Welcome back to MLB Central. We were talking about Jose Altuve before the break, as he is 51 for his last 100 on the road. That translates into a .506 batting average, 11 of those hits for extra bases. He's driving in runs. He's scoring runs. He has been a road monster and is probably, at least in my mind, the leading contender for AL MVP
I think you're right, Matt.
this year.
I think you're 100% right. We talked about Rizzo and Murphy in the National League with Bryant. Big Papi you can make an argument for. There's probably a couple others that not coming to my head right now. But this guy, for me, has been unbelievable. And what he did in this Oakland series, just kind of, we talked about, I remember I did a tape earlier in the year on Miguel Cabrera on how he's able to move the ball from line to line with power. Well, Jose Altuve's jumping up right now. He's got 15 homers and 54 RBIs. But look at what Stephen Vogt said catching against this guy. He absolutely demolished us this series. He's some kind of special. He's got a magic wand. There's no way to get him out. Well, Stephen Vogt, thank you very much for building a tape for us, because we're going to turn the bat into a magic wand, because he has been nothing short of absolutely awesome the last 3 years. And he doesn't discriminate, John. There's nowhere you can go down and in. That quadrant heater there, that's covered. Oh, let's try up and away. He creates such a tight strike zone, and he's able to move the ball all over the place from line to line, gap to gap. He's always thinking big part of the field. You try and go all different quadrants of the strike zone, and you just can't get away from it. And it's not just base hits anymore. Now he's setting you up in certain counts and trying to go deep, but he's always got the missile to right center in his back pocket. And then when he doesn't hit the ball on the screws, he still finds a way to get it through the 5-3 hole there. Or it's hitting a pitcher's leg and getting cheap knocks that way. Doesn't discriminate on the quadrant or the pitch. Here's some off speed. Jimmy Nelson gets thrown in the seats by the slide. And there's Keone Keller right there with a heater down and in. And then Chris Young tries to sneak a piece of cheese past the rat right there. Take a look at this. Last 2 seasons, every quadrant. You go up and away, it's 388. You go middle in, it's 435. I mean, you can do the math right there. But we went a step further. I'm going to read some of this. Got to empty the bucket on this guy.
That's amazing.
It's amazing. It really is amazing when you look at it. We're going to empty the bucket on him because he's got 558 hits. The next most, over the last 3 seasons, 558 hits. The next closest to him is Robinson Cano and Ian Kinsler at 484. He's got 74 more hits in the last 3 years than anyone in the game. They're not even close. 74 more hits than anyone close to him. In counts, certain counts, 1-0 count, he's hitting 529. 2-0, 571. 0-2, 385.
Come on.
There's nowhere. So my question would be, we talked about how you would attack Rizzo. Where do you go here?
I mean, those numbers you gave is when he puts the ball in play. Obviously, 0-2, you can't be giving him hittable pitches. I think you have to approach him in the fact that, you know, his manager said in that soundbite, hey, his walks are going up. Well, they're going to go up a lot more if I'm facing him, because I got to swing. I got to get him to swing outside the zone. He's an aggressive hitter. He attacks the baseball. He finds different ways to put the bat on the ball and make great contact. You have to treat him that he's not 5'7" and he's just trying to work his way on base. You have to treat him now more like a hitter that could beat you deep, and he wants to swing. So if he wants to swing, he's going to be frustrated, or at least I'm going to try to frustrate him by not giving him many strikes. You don't sneak a piece of cheese in there. You basically off-speed him. You try to go up, down, out of the zone, get him frustrated. That's the only way. He's seeing the ball so good right now that anything over the middle of the plate, which you showed, he's getting hits on.
By the way, that's a generous 5'7". Just saying.
Oh, I know.
And you know, to your point, John, and we watched it last year, you do what the Royals were able to do to him in the division series last year when he was a non-factor. Yeah. Shockingly, a non-factor. If Jose Altuve had something closer to a Jose Altuve series, the Astros beat the Royals, and we're not talking about the Royals winning the World Series.
And that time of the year, Matt, you get even more aggressive. So that's where you expand it even more. So you have to treat him like a playoff-type atmosphere, because now that he's in the 3 spot, which is a lot different than the leadoff spot, because you can certainly
give up a solo shot here
differently. Now you have to treat him as a legitimate power guy in that lineup that's looking to drive the ball and is not looking to walk. If he gets his walks, yeah, he could beat you on the bases. That's what makes him. That's what makes him, and what made Trout and what made Barry Bonds, back in the day. That's what made him so difficult. You walk them, they stole a base. They made you pay, and he can do that from the 3 spot.
Yeah, last 3 years he leads all of baseball in stolen bases as well.
Elite player, a superstar in our game for sure.